I'll be honest with you, this is a video I didn't think I was ever actually going to have to make, but it's worth talking about. It's worth starting a discussion about, because this behaviour is it's damaging. So there's a movie coming out next month, a couple of weeks away. You might have heard of it. It's called Man of Steel 2. It's not. It should be. It's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, and it's one of the biggest, most anticipated comic book movies of all time. Also, we're told. Well, of course it is. It features two of the most popular characters in American fiction. America's one true export, comic books, the superhero. Yeah? It features the two most popular ones ever. Superman, the OG, the original, the one that should be held up as the example the rest should aspire to be. And this guy, Batman, specifically that version, the Ben Affleck version. And I'm not excited for this film. I'm not. It doesn't fill me with anticipation. It fills me with... regret's the wrong word, because I haven't had a hand in making it, but like, it fills me with sort of... I don't look forward to this film. Now, stop writing the comment you're already put in there, in the comment section. Because I know there are some of you who are already writing, then why are you going to talk about it? You just hate it. You're a DC hater. I would have been taking screenshots on Arkham Knight if I didn't give a damn about these characters. You know what I mean? That's a screenshot. I took that. That's my capture gallery. Look. Other screenshots from Arkham Knight. Because I like the look of it. I think it looks cool. And I'm going to put this out there now. I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to. But I will. Look at these pictures. Alright? These pictures are pictures of Superman and Batman things that I own. Alright? Material nonsense, but like books. Not a huge amount of Superman graphic novels yet. I'm still picking up ones that I like. But look at the Batman books. Look at the Batman toys. I am a grown-ass man with these things. And do you know why? Because I love these characters. And I love the world they occupy. And I love the messages they give out. I didn't enjoy Man of Steel. I feel that it was too... I don't know. Superman was there, but he was buried beneath a lot of other stuff. And that's a discussion for another time. But the point is, I didn't enjoy Man of Steel. So when they said the next film featuring that version of Superman was going to be Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, I was like, because not everyone liked Man of Steel. There were a lot of people who felt the same way as I did. It felt like Warner Brothers were backpedaling and going, who makes money? Batman. Right, let's put Batman in the next movie. He's a safe bet. We'll put him in the film and it'll be great. And that automatically means the film will be great. Not so. When it became obvious Zack Snyder was adapting The Dark Knight Returns, arguably one of the most significant books in comic book history, I felt sad because I was like, again? Because everyone draws inspiration from The Dark Knight Returns. Everybody does. And that weakens the point of that book. That book is an Elseworlds tale. It's a what if. It's a what if Batman gets older, superheroes are outlawed, Superman can only do justice by joining with the government and being their bitch, being their scout. Like, what happens in that world? In a world where Batman goes, you know what, I'm going to come back into the game, I'm going to get out of retirement. That's what that story's about. It does boil down what makes Batman Batman. It isn't a great representation of Superman. Never has been. It does have an epic fight sequence between the two of them. But it's a fight sequence set in a world with very specific rules and relationships with these characters at that point in their lives. So to make a whole movie based on that and it be their first meeting made me really sad, and I didn't like that. I was just like, oh, why? So I'm expressing regret. I do it online. I'm doing it right now in this video. I'm saying I'm not looking forward to this movie. Here's two things you need to know. One, though I'm not looking forward to this movie, I don't like not looking forward to this movie. I don't want to hate this movie. I don't want to I want to feel that anticipation. I want to feel excited to see two of my favourite characters. My three favourite superhero characters. Three favourite ones are Spidey. Spider-Man's my boy. I've been reading him since I was like way shorter than this camera can show you. Batman, because I love his stories. I love the people who've contributed to his world. I love his rogues gallery, best in all fiction. And I love Superman because he is just pure and awesome and a great example of things not having to be like twisted and science fiction-y and dark and gritty Superman can just be. And I hate that a lot of people misuse him, and the reason why I have so little Superman graphic novels in my collection so far is because I'm looking for stories where I'm like, oh, that's good. Writers who I think really get Superman. I think Grant Morrison does a damn good job in All-Star Superman. He plays with the concepts a lot. And I really like what Max Landis is doing with American Alien, which is great. So, yeah, I also like the Dick Donner movies. I like Superman and Superman 2. Superman 3, Superman Quest for Peace, not so much. I respect what Superman Returns tried to do, but it's not great. I really like every Batman film. Over here, like just that shot is the Blu-ray shelf. And it's, well, I'll show you, look. Everything, all right? Every Batman movie. I've got them all. There's the 60s series, there's the 60s movie, the Batman quadrilogy, the Nolan movies, a bunch of animated stuff, and I've got the animated series upstairs. I love Batman. I love Superman. Got his anthology down there. So, believe me when I say, I don't want to feel this way about the upcoming movie. I saw the Batmobile the other week. I filmed with it for a bit. And it was amazing. It was so cool to see in real life. That was a nice bit of excitement to see. It was like, oh my God, there it is. That's the new Batmobile. But I'm not desperately excited for this film. So first thing to remember, I don't want to feel that way. I want to like it. Secondly, it doesn't mean I'm a DC hater or a Marvel fanboy. I love the Marvel movies. I do. I love them. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't have a bad thing to say about any entry. Thor: The Dark World's a bit meh. Other than that, I really enjoy the whole thing, the whole package. But I don't prefer them like in that sort of instinctive, like gut reaction way. I don't see the trailer of Batman v Superman and go, oh, Marvel could do it better. Of course I don't. Of course I don't. But their output so far has grabbed me and entertained me and been what I wanted to see. So if you tell me, oh, we're going to do Doctor Strange, we're going to do Black Panther, I'm like, great. I can't wait to see what you guys do with those concepts. You say, we're doing a follow-up to Man of Steel, and it's got Batman and Superman in it, and Wonder Woman, and The Flash maybe, and Aquaman, and possibly Cyborg. And I'm like, right, okay, I mean, I didn't like your first movie, so I'm not desperate to see this. I'm interested to see these guys on screen, but I feel like you're throwing everything into the pot. Like, if this is Gumbo, you've bought a whole shrimp farm and gone, there we go, what do you think? And I'm like, I haven't had a spoonful that tastes great for me yet. So let's wait. On to the point of this video. The problem is that online, Batman v Superman seems to get mixed reactions. Hang on, one sec. No, that's what he was getting into the driveway. I was going to say that'd be loud and obnoxious and I'd have to stop, and I'd rather not. This is one take. Batman v Superman gets one of two reactions for the most part. People react to things differently, but Batman v Superman gets one of two reactions. Either people go in, like myself, I don't really enjoy Man of Steel. I mean, let's see what the film turns out to be. But, you know, I'm not particularly desperate to see it. Or the opposite side of the fence, which seems to be at the moment, oh my God, dude, this movie's going to be the greatest thing ever. I can't wait to see it. Oh my God, it's going to kick so much ass. Whoa, okay, that's fine. I'm so happy you're excited. I really am. I wish I was that excited. But a lot of these guys and gals are attacking the other set for not being as excited. Why? Why would you do that? I don't understand. The other day, I expressed interest, concern even. Deadpool has done really well. I really enjoyed the Deadpool film. Hit a spot for me. It's a great rated R comic book movie. And the thing is, you can do a rated R comic book movie if the source material comes from that place and can benefit from the certificate, can benefit from being a 12, not 12, a 15 or 18 over here in the UK, rated R or NC-17 in the States. Things like Blade, things like Kingsman, things like The Crow, stuff like that really benefit from that certificate. Deadpool did. A PG-13 cut of the movie would have been pointless. Did you just fade a bit? I don't know. Would have been pointless. It probably would have still been fun, but it really wouldn't have felt as right as it did, and it wouldn't have grossed as much as it did, and whatnot. But then, of course, studios are immediately like, oh, rating the superhero movie R means that it'll make a lot of money and be successful. No, it doesn't. That's not what it means. It means stick to your source material, give the fans what they want, tell a good story, and then we've got it. So when Warner Brothers announced that the home media release of Batman v Superman is going to be an R certificate. It's going to be rated R. I was like, right, okay. Why? Because you guys shot a movie with a PG-13 rating. You shot to get PG-13. Do you have material to make it an R? Or are you going to go back on the sly and shoot material to bump it up to an R certificate? Because if so, that's not good. You're making stuff to try and one-up the other guys. And there has been a bit of a pattern with that, as far as I can see. Marvel announced the slate of its motion picture releases. We're talking 2 autumns back, where they just went, these are the films we're releasing over the next 7 years. This is our plan. It might change, as it did, because Spider-Man was added to the roster, but they were like, this is our plan. 3 or 4 days later was when DC went, boom! Look at all the movies we're going to release for the next 10 years! And already we found out some of them may not be happening now. And it almost felt like they were trying to go, oh, cool, look over here! Now, again, I'll stress, this isn't DC, this is Warner Brothers. And I will also stress, it's not that I don't want to see these characters on film. I'd love to see a movie with Cyborg in it. I would love to see a Green Lantern Corps. I would like to see these films. I want to see Wonder Woman. Ever since Joss Whedon was attached to it back in like 2008, I've wanted to see a Wonder Woman movie. I've been like, hell yes! But again, it almost feels like they're just trying to steal thunder. There was another instance, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something. I think it was the Civil War trailer, the second Civil War trailer, or the first big one, dropped last year just before Christmas. There was like a new Batman v Superman one came out like that. And I was like, what? Hang on, whoa. But it was like 2-3 days later. Deadpool makes a lot of money, and the studios go, we're greenlighting a sequel. And Fox say we might make the last Wolverine movie that we're currently working on rated R. And I'm like, great. Yes, that's a good way to finish the Wolverine story, like with a more adult movie. That's fantastic. And DC and Warner Brothers, a couple of days after this announcement, go, Batman v Superman's going to be rated R on home video. And it's like, why? I mean, it's Batman. All right, you can take him to some dark places. And it's Superman. You can take him to some dark places if you want. But really? These two together in a rated R film? Justice League After Dark? Like, do you know what I mean? Why? It's not necessary. Tell a good story first. Don't attempt to one-up the other team first. Consider that. But you know that the best way to stomp on Marvel is? The best way to show them up, if you want to call it that, if you want to be that aggressive about it, the best way to do it? Make a good film. Make a really good film. And let the work speak for itself. Don't give your actors T-shirts that say Marvel on them, like you have done. Like Affleck, Cavill, Margot Robbie, Jared Leto, they've all been spotted wearing these T-shirts. It's like, why? Jason Momoa dissing the Marvel films, like, aggressively in interviews? Why? It just makes you look petty. It makes you look like a bully. It makes you look childish. It's like, oh yeah, you think they're great? Well, they're going to suck. It's like, why? Just be like, well, I respect what those guys are doing. I hope our films provide healthy competition, provide a challenge. Because over on Twitter and Tumblr and Facebook and Reddit and Bebo, probably not Bebo, there are people attacking people like myself and others for not looking forward to this movie. The other day, I expressed concern after the Deadpool announcement and then the DVD announcement of Batman v Superman. I said, I don't feel like... I think my tweet was something along the lines of, Batman v Superman's now getting an R-rated home video release. Really, guys, let the other team have their moment in the spotlight. Even if it's just a few days, let them have their moment in the spotlight. A couple of weeks, let Marvel have it. After Batman v Superman comes out and does really well, say, right, we're going to be releasing 2 versions to home media. We're going to release the theatrical cut, and we're going to release an unrated cut, because we've got a bit more brutal action that we didn't put into the final cut, but we can put it back in. By doing what they did, it sort of was like they were saying, we're going to add stuff to it, and we're going to put more blood splatters in, and we're going to make the punch sound effects sound really painful. Just this, like, okay, but you don't have to do this. This is weird. But the moment I put that tweet out, I got about 3 people just basically going, you. I'm like, why? Why? Why are you being so aggressive? There was one Twitter account, I won't say their name, but there was one Twitter account who responded to my tweet about it. I was like, wow, they were just being really facetious and sort of like, oh, whatever, bro. Like, they use the word bro. I'm like, what? Clicked on their account. For the past 6 hours prior to them tweeting me, they'd been tweeting everybody who was showing concern or giving a negative opinion to the film with either just dismissive sarcasm or an aggressive tweet or a threat. And this is a pattern that I'm noticing with this. You're giving your crew and your cast members t-shirts that say Marvel. There are people online who now believe there's a conspiracy that a media outlet or a section of people on the internet, like 4chan or whatever, are starting a smear campaign against Batman v Superman to make sure that people hate it. It's hipster to hate the movie. What? Well, a lot of these people say they don't like Marvel. I'm not. Oh my God, they must be starting some kind of hate campaign against Marvel. Of course they're not. They just don't like it. That's fine. I'm not looking forward to this film. I'm not excited for this movie. I want to be, but I'm not excited for this movie. And do you know what? That's fine. That doesn't stop you being excited. But there's no need for, and I hate to say this because it sounds like I'm being derogatory, but there is sort of like a dude bro like mentality. That sounds sort of lame, but it's basically like, and this isn't a slight against Snyder, all right? This isn't a slight against Zack Snyder, but it's basically like there are a fleet of Leonidases attacking people who don't like the trailer or who aren't looking forward to the movie. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come at me, bro. It's like Michael Bay has suddenly decided to direct everybody who likes the film in some weird war against everybody who isn't excited about it. I've got some friends who are very passionate about these characters. I've got one friend in particular who's very, very passionate about Superman who is not looking forward to this movie. And do you know what? That's fine. I've got mates who are really desperately looking forward to seeing this bad boy on screen. And do you know what? That's fine. Don't fade out on me. That's fine. So I suppose the reason why I've got on camera to say this is don't stand for this shit. If somebody is having a go at you for expressing your opinion over something so trivial as a movie, don't attack them back. Don't have a go at them back. But just say, that's your opinion. If they're being overly aggressive about it, like a lot of these people seem to be, ignore them. Block them. Don't talk to them. Don't be afraid to like or not like something because of what other people are saying or how loud and aggressive those people are being. For the people who are looking forward to Batman v Superman, great. I really hope it fulfills every single one of your expectations. For the people like myself who aren't looking forward to Batman v Superman, I really hope that when we do see it, it does something for us. It makes us go, yeah, okay, I'm in. Or at least, wasn't a big fan, but that was cool. I don't want this to suck. I hope it doesn't suck. Do I think it's going to suck? I don't know. I'll have to wait and watch it. Your opinion is yours. Don't let anybody tell you that it's wrong.